Oh, what's up? What's up? Oh man, it is 5:25 in the morning. It is way too early. But we have inflation data coming out. Leading into inflation data coming out here, it looks like we've got what else do we have here? Well, we got a headline on CNBC that pork prices are popping. Look at this. Pork prices popping, literally, right before the inflation data comes out.
Big one. A judge has ruled that certain packing plants already dealing with labor shortages have to slow down line speeds for safety. That's going to take out an estimated 2.5% of total capacity, and that's a lot of pork.
And regionally, we're going to experience more of a 20 to 25% reduction in harvest capacity. My concern is I'm in that region.
Jeez, pricing. Well, folks, we're going to be getting this CPI data here in, the next 3.5 minutes. We are going to be looking at this, and let's write down our expectations if we haven't yet. The expectation that we have here is we are going to be looking at 0.4% is the expectation for month over month. And we are looking at here, we'll write this down together. All right, so we have our expectation. So year over year, my guess, this is, so year over year, Kevin thinks 4.8. And then month over month, this is Wall Street, thinks 0.4. This is the very important number right here, is the month over month. We want this to be as low as possible. We don't want anything that implies longer term inflation. And these are going to be the hardest 2 months here with the biggest top line numbers. They're going to be the biggest sort of shockers for the news outlets. Oh my gosh, almost 5% inflation or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But we already know that comparing to a whole of 2020 is obviously going to lead to a larger top line number for year over year inflation. And month over month last year, we were at 0.8. I'm sorry, not last year. Last month, we were at 0.8. So this measure here, this 0.4, is going to measure how much prices went up in May. And this here measured how much they went up in April. In April, the biggest boost here was actually used cars. So we'll see how much damage we get today. Market. So we may as well take a quick little peek going in here. We've got, there we go. All right. Leading into CPI data, we have Bitcoin at 37.4, nicely up from its 31,000 hole here. Ethereum and Doge actually down slightly. Bitcoin doing very well going in here. Ocugen, wow, 29%, getting wrecked here. GameStop down 8% after the earnings yesterday. To the upside, we have Restoration Hardware, but actually not seeing almost any momentum stocks right now really pushing hard. I did mention yesterday that I thought there were some indicators that momentum was substantially slowing down, and I closed down my options. Yeah, it does look like AMC's down a little bit as well. Yeah, AMC down about 3.3. Yeah, so keep an eye on this. Workhorse, Root, Matterport. Some of these slowing down. They go in cycles. All right. Right now, Bitcoin is is interesting. All right. Not sure if that's the cycle. Yeah, I don't know if it's just is what it is. All right, CPI data. All right, we're going to get to refreshing now. So we are ready to grab it. Should be out within the next 30 seconds or so. Okay, folks, this is where we're looking, okay? We're looking right here. CPI raises 0.8 in April. And we are just going to see what it says as we refresh. The funny thing is, sometimes this website gets so overwhelmed. There it is. 0.6. It literally hit expectations. Wow, it perfectly matched. That's incredible. Hold on a sec. I'm going to jump on over on this. and we're going to actually read this document. And here we go. Come on. There, got it. Okay, so here it is. It is 0.6% in May. Here, used cars and trucks still 7.3%. The food index increased 0.4%, same as April. Energy with a decline in natural gas. We have the April index for all items less food and energy rose 0.7 after increasing 0.9% in April. Okay, so you actually had a decline then in food, right? Yeah. The food index increased 0.4. Yeah, food actually helped weigh this down. That's interesting. So food helped weigh this down. There it is. See, they got their headline number. Look at that. 5% for 12 months. That's the clickbait. I knew it was going to be higher. That's the clickbait. But this is actually good. A 0.6. See, these are the month-over-month figures right here. This is what we want, folks. We literally want this decline. Now, it's going to slow down, but as long as we stay on this trend, it's very, very important. The last thing you want to see is these bars starting to do this. That would be very, very bad. Okay, we're gonna hop around here really quick because I want to look at some of the specific items here. Okay, so hopping around, hopping. Oh, let's see here. No, went too far. Hold on. Let's see here. Okay, food, energy. So, okay, let's go over here for a sec. The index of food increased by 0.4%. So that actually helped weigh this down. All 6 major store food groups rising. In May, the increase was mostly due to meat, poultry, fish, and eggs. We just saw that news piece there with pork, which increased 1.3% month over month. Largest increase since last June. The index for cereals and bakery products rose 0.5% in May. Index in dairy rose 0.4%. In contrast to these issues, the index for non-alcoholic beverages declined in May. So beverages down 0.5%. Okay. Food away from home increased 0.6%. These are pretty nominal right here. I mean, it's still, if you annualize these things, I guess I shouldn't call them nominal, because if you annualize this is still like 7.2%, right? But we're not really, we're not really expecting these numbers where we still have supply chain issues to annualize out like this. So yeah, the gasoline index declined 0.7%. So this actually helped drop the overall CPI reading. But again, if we do less energy, all items less food and energy. Right. Okay, gas also had a decline. So that way, when we take out food and energy, we get to a 0.7% increase in May. It's okay. Right, pretty much right along expectations there. And what else here? Yeah, used cars and trucks. It's actually, I like seeing this. I like seeing that there's sort of still one big thing that's sending this signal of, oh my gosh, inflation, right? But I like that it's just used cars and trucks. Like, that is going to abate. That will go away. Supply chains will catch up. Cars and trucks are the most one of the most competitive products that exists in the United States. Companies do not have a lot of pricing luxuries usually, and as soon as supply chain catches up, the prices for used cars and trucks is going to plummet at some point. I would say later this year, into mid next year. But yeah, it's already inflecting down with a 0.73% increase compared to the 0.10% increase. Shelter index rose 0.3%. Rent went up 0.2%. What else? Let's see. Home furnishings increased 1.3%, while restoration hardware is kicking butt. Medical index down 0.1%. Okay. Let's see. So you can also look at their chart here. See, here is particularly where you can see year over year, all items 0.5%. It's going to be, you're going to get the clickbait there of the all items figure all together here. Let's look at some of these individual things on a month over month. So it's the next item right here, or the next slide, is where you get the April to May changes. So let's see. See, interesting. Here they put 0.8%. And yeah, because the way they read the headline, hold up. Unadjusted. Oh, unadjusted. Okay. Seasonally adjusted. Here, these are the reference points. So they do the little seasonal adjustments here. So 0.6% month over month. Okay, let's see what was pretty high here. Here's a 1.3. This is the meat, poultry, fish, and eggs. It's another one that stands out. Here's piped natural gas, up about 1.7. Apparel, up 1.2. Commodities still up 1.8. New vehicles also rose 1.8. Used 7.3. That's such a huge number. Airline fares. Wow. Airline fares, 7%. It's a big bump month over month. Flour, baked goods, cereals, 1 to 1.3%. There's meat, poultry, beef roasts. What's up with the beef roasts? The beef roast, 6.4%. But ham is down 3.6%. So if you want to save money, go buy ham as long as it's not canned. But if you want to be, spendy, then you go for the beef roasts. Okay, or fish is up 2.2% here. What else do we have here? Whole milk, 3.1%. Oh, milk going up. Coffee, oh, what a ripoff. Up 0.5%. I guess that's not that bad. Yeah, oils, all right, butter, margarine, whatever. I don't know that we want to go through all of this. We'll look for massive ones here. Airline tickets, that was a big mover. Just doing a quick skim here for big numbers. Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and see how the market's reacting. Yeah, wow. Car and truck rental up 12.1%. Ugh. And we've got, what else here? All right, that's pretty much it. The other things mostly stayed flat. Services. Oh, this is good, though. Seeing services. Services is a space where an economist PhD who wrote an article on Bloomberg indicated that services are going to be something you have to pay attention to in terms of something that might go up. And if services go up, then maybe the Fed ends up being totally wrong with how inflation is expected to respond in the market, and that we might end up getting this hyperinflation because services go up. But so far, CPI is measuring services as well, and we're not seeing any of that. So very good. Okay, let's go ahead and just see how the market is responding to this here. Okay, so we've got the S&P 500 here. We had our release here at 8:30 at a tiny little red candlestick here, but honestly, this is it's like it went down 0.09%. Like, ooh, 0.09%. This is nothing. This is like zero movement here. Let's try the Nasdaq. See, look, the Dow actually popped. Dow Industrials popped. S&P has some tech, so down a little. With although we hit expectations. So but these are so fractionally. This is like not even worth referring to. Nasdaq 100. Okay. Well, Weeble's not showing me pretty fine. All right. But anyway, nominal movements here. Oh, there it is. Nasdaq is sitting down right now. Tiny little bit. Was it 0.39? There it is. Yeah. All right. And year over year, CNBC's got up. Year over year minus food and energy, we're at 3.8%. If you take a 5% headline number, it's going to be such clickbait. This is the news just going to run with that. 5% inflation. Oh my gosh. And anybody who doesn't look at the month over month data is just going to freak out. Oh my gosh, 5%. Like, I wonder what they put on the top of the Wall Street Journal. Let's see. Wall Street Journal. Yeah. See, look at that. Consumer prices continue to climb strongly in May, surging 5% from a year ago. Highest annual inflation rate in 13 years. Man, shut up. Stupid headlines. Financial Times isn't listing it. I'm sure the New York Times has it. Oh, yeah. U.S. consumer prices rise. A bigger jump than expected. Oh, my gosh, 5%. Not really. Like, we matched our month-over-month jump, and we knew that the year-over-year was gonna be trash. But, of course, the articles are going for the clickbait. I mean, I guess you can't blame it, but it's pretty funny. You know, next thing you know, you're gonna get people that that start extrapolating off of this. Oh my gosh, well, if it's 5% now, next month it's gonna be 6%, and then that's it. That's it. We're going to hyperinflation. No. When you actually look at the month-over-month data, and you consider the fact that airline fares, used cars, and trucks are up each like 7%. This is not that big of a deal. Microvision is actually moving right now. Of the momentum stocks, I only see Microvision. Microvision tends to run to like 24 to 27. We've been talking about that since it was like 12. Like, the price was 12, not 12 years old. And so, you know, we'll keep an eye on Microvision today. But so far, it's really the only momentum stock here that's moving. Oh, look at that. You've actually got Tesla that's green. Let's see here. Yeah, Tesla rotating up a little bit. And you could see that, initially you had a small downside reaction here on CPI. I think that may be to the headline number. And then you could see tech actually doing well. Well, Tesla doing well in the minutes thereafter after the data got digested. But yeah, otherwise, right now it's not a good look here for a lot of momentum. Ocugen down 26%, Geo down 11, Playboy down 7, GameStop's not as bad as it was right now, down 7.7, Root, Etsy, yeah, a lot of these momentum guys move into the downside here. I did close all of my momentum positions, obviously without except AMC. I did promise that I would hold AMC, but other than that promise, I did close my momentum positions because I do think we're going into a potential period of consolidation and momentum. It takes a while for Wall Street to try to, or Wall Street bets, I should say, to try to recalibrate, to refocus on something. I don't think this CPI data gave any kind of like real catalyst here for anything to run or plummet. It just wasn't enough of a change in either direction. It pretty much met expectations for month over month. I mean, it virtually nailed it. I mean, a tiny little bit higher with the 0.6 versus the 0.4 expected by Wall Street. So a tiny little fraction higher, but it's really negligible. So, okay. All right. Well, there's that change. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to market open, but I don't know. We'll go to market open here in a few minutes. What else? Anybody have any questions? CPI data very high? Not really. Like you got to watch the whole video before you make comments like that. I'll look at the live chat. We'll see what we got here. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna set. There we go. Okay. All right. Let me do a quick little comment peek here at comments on CPI, and then we'll circle right back. So let's look here at 10-year Treasury. 10-year Treasury. I'm pretty. Why are you so bad at push-ups? I know I got to work on my push-ups. I felt like I had to do a lot of them during the last live, that the fundraiser. So take a peek at this. The Treasury Yields actually popped up a little bit. They're still relatively low, but we did get a little pop up here. We have been a little lower than this here. Yeah. So we kind of rotated down over the last few days, hit a low of about 1.48, a little pop up here to 1.53. I expect that trend to still continue down. Are you thinking we continue in this positive trend over the summer, or we would trade sideways? No, I think tech and consumer discretionaries are going to come back here. Tech, consumer discretionary by September, October. Supply chains will start rotating back to normal. we'll see inflation continue rotating down, which this is the highest month. This was literally the worst month. And we saw this coming. I can tell you exactly why we saw this coming. St. Louis Fred, CPI data. But like it literally told you in the chart that this was going to be the worst month. Watch. All right, you go over here. There you go. Look at this. So year-over-year data. April was last month, right? Look what happened in May, which is what we just got. It went down more. So we had a deeper hole to compare to going, flipping back to last year. So not a surprise here at all. I think the headline 5% is totally misleading. Month-over-month inflation is fine. And it's really weighed up by airlines going back to their old school pricing, which makes sense, and used cars and trucks. So not a big deal here. Inflation continuing, rotating down. Well, I mean, this person here with the LOL emojis apparently didn't watch the video. And so I'm not going to even respond to people who clearly didn't watch the video where we just broke all of this down. Cars are expensive due to a shortage of electronics. Many plants have been idled. Their supply chain issues are the biggest risk to the economy right now. This is true. And it could take years to fully clear supply chain issues. What else do we have? Yeah, I mean, you could see that the market's not really responding to the CPI data, so it's not that big of a deal. Which stocks consider momentum? I don't see a lot of stocks acting like momentum. I think momentum stocks are ones that all of a sudden get a surge in volume from either media or social media. That isn't spawned by actual company fundamental changes. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over to the market live stream. So you're going to get a little pop-up on your screen while we transition over. Make sure to use the coupon code down below to get 40% off the amazing programs on building your wealth. And that way, too, if you want to ask me questions directly, whether it's about inflation or your fears or concerns or whatever, we can do that on a more personal level in the course, private live streams. So check that out, link down below. Live streams are guaranteed through, obviously, I generally guarantee them at least 4 months, so through the end of October. And in the meantime, you'll get lifetime access to all the content in the programs. All right, we'll see you in the market close. You're going to get a pop-up, so just click that pop-up, and we'll get you in the other stream. All right, thanks.